Number 1. Minecraft Diaries and Minecraft My Street, both by Aphmau. Didn't expect that, now did ya? I hope I don't get a lot of hate for doing this, but it might be expected. Because not only do I have the audacity to put 2 roleplays in the number 1 slot on my very first countdown ever, but both roleplays are by the exact same person who already had a position on this list. Well, you know what? I don't care. Because if you're one of the millions of people who have seen these roleplays, you would know that these are, without a single doubt in my mind, the greatest Minecraft roleplays ever made. They're fantastic in so many ways, both exceeding all categories on this list up over 9,000! Sorry. The main point is that these series are some of the coolest and most well-written stories ever, and I am more than happy to highlight them today. The first half of this video will be dedicated to Diaries, and the second half will be for My Street. And with that out of the way, let's begin. This story begins with Aphmau in a new world where she's ready to start her life. But before she truly starts, she sees someone in the distance and decides to follow. They end up leading her to a town that she will later come to know as Phoenix Drop. And upon arrival, it's a disaster. The roads are a mess, the crops are destroyed, the townfolks are disorganized, and their previous lord is dead. And Aphmau, being the kind soul that she is, decides to stick around and help out. She fixed up the roads, regrew crops, got all the citizens in proper shape. She even got people from other villages to come move into town and create trade routes. She helps out so much that people start to see her as their new lord. But soon learns from the town's head guard, Gareth, and his underling, Xenix, that being called lord is a dangerous title as of late, since many of the village's lords in the surrounding area have gone missing. And even if they are found, they've been found dead. Despite their warnings, Aphmau keeps helping Phoenix Drop to the best of her ability, and eventually is made the official lord of Phoenix Drop. And it is now up to her to protect her town as well as the other villages and cities in the region from threats that loom overhead. And honestly, I shouldn't say too much more. If I do, I'll be giving away too much for you guys to enjoy this story. Because like I said, this story exceeds all categories I set up for the other roleplays on this list. It has almost all the positive traits of every other roleplay I mentioned beforehand, and almost none of their weaknesses. Sounds like I'm exaggerating, right?
Wrong!
Let's go top to bottom, starting with characters. Now, Crafting Dead definitely has the biggest cast of YouTubers who were involved. Diaries really didn't get a lot of help in its early stages. In fact, not until the end of Season 1. But in terms of important story characters that Diary has, compared to Crafting Dead, it is staggering. Let's list off some of the characters from Season 1 alone. We have Aphmau, Gareth, Xenix, Zoe, Brendan, Zasha, Lawrence, Cadenza. Wait, who is that? Wait, I don't remember. Who the hell are... How many of these are there? There are so many characters to keep track of that if you're not careful, you could very easily forget about them until they pop up again. And while we are on characters, Diary easily has one of the best villains ever. Zane Romave. Why is he so good? Because I fucking hate him!
Jesus.
Let me clarify. I love to hate him. The best way to describe Zane is Azula from Last Airbender. She's a bitch and you want to see her dead, but you love her character.
You've beaten me at my own game.
Don't flatter yourself. You were never even a player.
The same with Zane. He's a prick, but he's a great villain. He doesn't care who he steps on or who he kills. He will reach his goal no matter what.
Oh, no, 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 no! I've worked too hard and killed too many useless pawns for this to happen to me now!
Also, the visuals are very nice. At first, they're pretty simple, but over the span of the first season, they get better and better. They're almost on par with Fire UK. Not in terms of size, but in detail in the overall look to it, as well as great camera work. Minecraft Diaries doesn't only have good choreography, it has great choreography. Similar to how Dartron does this thing with animations, For a lot of Aphmau's roleplays, she used mannequins in a certain Minecraft mod to create freeze frames for a lot of scenes, which is ingenious! It's completely still and it doesn't sound like much, but it allows the viewer to animate it in their heads. Almost like reading a comic book. And she's the only person I have seen do this thus far. And as I said in part 1 of this series, Aphmau is an excellent voice actor. And it is shown all throughout this great series just how well she uses that talent. Also, like with a lot of other roleplays on this list, it has an absolutely fantastic blend of both drama and comedy. And now, let's get down to the absolute best part. The story. Oh my god, the story. I'll be honest, the beginning is a little slow. In fact, it doesn't really get that great until 5 episodes in. But my god, is it incredible. Similar to Myonite, Season 1 of Diaries is 100 episodes long, but it has a good pace to it, excluding the first 5 episodes. No episode is too fast or too short, so it tells it at the perfect tempo. And the world Aphmau created for this series is outstanding, because there is so much detail put into the background and the lore. Hell, there's more lore in Diaries than there is in Myonite, and I didn't even think that was possible! Now, there are a few bad things, but honestly, I can ignore them. I'm sure many of you expect me to complain about the face cam like I did with her Five Nights at Freddy's roleplay. And as much as I personally don't like it with a story as good as this, I technically can't complain. Season 1 of Minecraft Diaries isn't immersive like FNAF was, so it's fine. And as I stated before, the first few episodes are kind of slow and it doesn't really pick up. But as soon as it does,
it's gonna get sucked up like an event horizon.
And you know what? It gets even better, because it's only Season 1. I won't give any spoilers on Season 2. All you need to know is that it took everything bad about Season 1, and then made it good. Got rid of the face cam, made it an immersive roleplay, and got other YouTubers to help out on it. But then it took everything that was already good about Season 1, and made it even better. More characters with even better character development, better and bigger visuals, more twists and turns in the story, and will have you laughing your ass off. And even better, Season 3 did the exact same thing. Took everything bad, if you can even call anything in Season 2 bad, made it good, then took everything good in Season 2, and brought it up to near perfection. It's truly incredible how well done this series is. But there is one reason why it made number 1. Diaries did one thing that no other roleplay on this list has done. It made me cry. That's not even a joke. There have been moments that are so heartwarming and so heartbreaking that I have wept. What the hell, Aphmau? This is Minecraft! I shouldn't be feeling so much emotions for blocks and pixels! Day 1 of making this list, I always intended to have Diaries in the number 1 spot. Hell, the first comment, and I mean the very first comment on part 1 of this series was, "What about Minecraft Diaries?" So needless to say, it's pretty damn awesome! And this is just Diaries. I haven't even touched on My Street yet.
Wow, this place is amazing! Right? I knew girls would like it.
My Street is actually kind of a weird concept at first glance. Best way to sum it up? If Diaries is an anime, My Street is like the OVA or spin-off series of it. My Street takes the characters from Diaries, most noticeably from Season 2, has them living in modern day on the same street in suburbia. Doesn't sound like much, but there's a reason it's number 1. Where Diaries was a great mixture of drama and comedy, Aphmau funneled nothing but pure comedic gold into My Street. Huh, where have I heard that before?
Man, I just had the weirdest sense.
I think we did that joke already.
Remember when I said in part 2 of this series that the only roleplay that does better in Roommates in terms of comedy was the roleplay in the number 1 slot? This is that roleplay. Because My Street is hands down the funniest roleplay ever made. Every episode has me laughing, and only 2 or 3 jokes don't make me laugh. And when I say 2 or 3 jokes, I don't mean 2 or 3 jokes every episode. I mean 2 or 3 jokes throughout the entire series. It's that funny. Don't believe me? Let me give you a little taste. In a previous episode, Aphmau's roommate Caitlin broke down Aphmau's bedroom door. And when I say broke down...
Aphmau! Mother of Irene, Caitlin, you scared me!
Here's a scene from the following episode.
There. My door's all repaired and fixed up. Geez, that took a while. Man,
It would really suck if someone with their crazy strength came and knocked down this door that took me hours upon hours to repair. Well, looks like I'm in the clear. Now I gotta get back to...
How
funny is that? There were jokes like this littered all throughout this entire series.
See? We knew you'd like it.
I'm going to like stealing your girl even more.
What did you say?
I said I'm going to like firing up the grill even more.
Nothing is going to stand in my way of making new friends and awesome grades. Nothing, I tell you!
Aphmo? Aphmo? Are you crying in the closet again?
What happened to their house?
Fire. Lots of fire happened to it.
How?
I dropped my mixtape.
Oh, sweetheart, don't worry about what you look like. You're beautiful.
What's wrong with your hair? Here, take this hair gel. Hey there!
Kill me now!
Not only that, Aphmau did a lot of cool things with this series. She does the same thing in Diaries with the freeze frames to make good choreography, but what's even better is she used detailed Minecraft skins to make facial expressions, which only adds up to the already great humor. Not only that, in Season 3 of My Street, she added 3D modeling. So if characters who have cat ears and cat tail now have 3D modeled cat ears and tails onto their body. It's really cool. Not only that, the characters are great. Because this is a spin-off series, we have these same great characters from Diaries. But since this is an alternate universe, each character has a different backstory and different goals. A perfect example of this is, again, Zane Romave. Now, as I said before, I love to hate Zane from Diaries. But I absolutely love Zane from My Street. Aphmau takes a character with traits like Azula and turns them into a character like Peridot from Steven Universe. Zane is probably the world's angstiest cinnamon roll ever.
Now, can you give everyone's stuff back, please?
Only because their stuff is terrible anyway.
Okay.
Not only that, where in Diaries Aphmau and Zane are arch enemies, in My Street, they're best friends. Not only that, Zane is incredibly nice to Aphmau in My Street. One episode where Aphmau helps her friend try to get a job at a maid cafe, Aphmau gets roped into the job too. When all of her guy friends come into the cafe, she hides in the back where she runs into Zane making a delivery for the restaurant. And to help her get out of it, he has an absolutely great idea.
Take off your clothes.
I'm sorry for stalling, just everyone deserves to hear that line.
Ouch!
I don't even know what to think of you right now. You...
Jeez, I didn't mean it like that. I meant we could trade clothes so you don't have to go out in that outfit.
And thus...
Hey, boys. Want to see something kawaii?
Yes, absolutely. I've been waiting to see this. Come on!
Any guy willing to put on a dress to help their friend is a great person in my book. Now, you'll probably guess that similar to Roommates, there's little story to My Street when compared to Diaries. But the thing is, it does have a story. A really good one, in fact. All 5 seasons tell one great story one after the other. And you can't watch them out of order. And each season is better than the last. You have Season 1 where it establishes their characters, Phoenix Drop High as a prequel which shows how they all met in high school, Love Love Paradise which shows them develop better relationships with one another, Lover's Lane which I won't spoil a bit, and the current season just takes the cake. Now do you get it? I had to choose one of these roleplays to put in the number 1 slot. Oh god, Diaries looks so nice. Oh man, but My Street is so funny. Oh no! I'm not kidding when I say I debated myself for over an hour deciding which one should take the trophy, before finally saying, fuck it! And that's why they're both number 1. Overall, Diaries and My Street are the most funny, most dramatic, best looking, most creative, and best well-written Minecraft roleplays ever. And well deserve this top spot.